In 1999, as Star Wars fans were gearing up for The Phantom Menace, Star Wars collector Gus Lopez was hard at work on his 5-year-old website archiving the history of Star Wars merchandise. From Kenner toys, to bootleg figures, to unreleased items, to anything made related to Star Wars. It was all going great. The website was full of information that had never been cataloged or archived. The website owner, Gus Lopez, pulled a letter from his mailbox thinking it was yet another bill or maybe a letter from a fan asking about some information. The letter was from the law firm Derby & Derby on behalf of toy retail giant Toys R Us. It seemed the toy company was not all that happy with Gus naming his website Toys R Gus. They felt it was too close to their trademark Toys R Us. Toys R Us said they had the legal copyright for any website starting with Toys R or ending with us.com. Fearing he could be sued by the company, Gus Lopez announced on January 28, 1999 that he would be closing down the archives and hoping one day to return with a new domain name. This sent a shockwave across the Star Wars online community, from Star Wars news groups to Star Wars websites, Star Wars message boards, and Star Wars chat rooms. The news caused a flood of thoughts and help to come to Gus Lopez's email box. It seems Toys R Us may not have the legal right they think they do. With the backing of the Star Wars fan community, Gus Lopez decided not to close down his website or do as Toys R Us wanted. The Star Wars website Echo Station had over 500 people sign an online petition to send to Toys R Us. 500 might seem like a low number in today's online petition era, but for 1999, on a Star Wars fan site, this was huge. The story started to grow outside the Star Wars internet fan base as the story would appear in Wall Street Journal and other major news outlets. But did Gus Lopez have any legal grounds, or was Toys R Us right? Did they own the rights to the Toys R name? Well, thanks to the outpour of support, Gus Lopez decided not to close down Toys R Gus. It seems Toys R Us only had a case if the website was a store selling goods. Nothing on it was for sale. It was not a commercial website. So Gus Lopez and many others believed Toys R Us had no legal grounds to close down the site. According to the cease and desist letter, ToysRUs.com is an infringement on the client's right under federal and state law, said the law firm Derby & Derby. They went on to say that customers are likely to believe that his business is owned, licensed, supported, or connected to the Toys R Us Corporation. Even in their letter to Gus Lopez, it seems Toys R Us and their lawyers believed the website was a web store and had customers. This wasn't really anything new, but a growing issue as the internet grew more popular. A few months before this, Archie Comics battled with a website with the name Veronica.org, a website that was named after David Smith's 2-year-old daughter. Archie Comics would drop their lawsuit before going to the courtroom. Lawyers for Toys R Us told Wall Street Journal that they never once in the letter to Gus Lopez told him he had to close down his website. "We never asked him to close down the site," said Paul Fields of Derby & Derby. "We have no objection to his website. We just asked him to change his domain name." As the story started to pick up steam, Toys R Us and the lawyers for Derby & Derby was hit by hundreds of letters from those in support of Gus Lopez. The Force.net's Paul Davison sent an email to the law firm in support of Gus Lopez, stating he and many others that support Gus Lopez will not shop at Toys R Us any further if they continue with their lawsuit. It was clear that Toys R Us had no legal standing as Gus's website was not a store, and no one would think the site was owned or supported by Toys R Us. Gus kept updating his website, working under the name Toys R Gus, and Toys R Us seemed to back off, as no further action was taken. Toys R Us most likely didn't think there would be such fan support over a website when they tried to strong-arm a collector's work. In 2006, Gus Lopez would buy the domain name theswca.com, which stood for the Star Wars Collector's Archive, which better fit his website. However, still today, the domain toysrgus.com links to the Star Wars Collector's Archive. In 2010, after 115 years in business, the law firm Derby & Derby closed down. In 2018, Toys R Us will go out of business in the US a year after filing bankruptcy. And that's the story how Toys R Us tried to take down a collector's website. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button so YouTube knows you like my content, and check back daily for more videos.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.